Well, thinning is as we've been talking about today, the three-legged stool, and thinning being one of those legs of the stool to hold that up. And whether you're talking about grazing or the trees, managing your natural resources on your ownership, whether it be private, state, or federal, is an important component to caring for the land. Oftentimes, as we've heard today, the doing nothing option just isn't an option, that we must care for these lands if we want them to be sustainable in the long term. Thinning is one of the most important tools on combating catastrophic wildfires. And when a wildfire burns through, as it has naturally for thousands and thousands of years, if your forest is thinned in a natural or in a healthy state, the wildfire will come through and you will have a forest left. So as we oftentimes find with forestry and natural resource related issues, a number of things are intertwined. The northern long-eared bat being one of them, and research within ponderosa pine communities in the Black Hills has found that actually doing timber harvests, thinning our forests, is what the bat needs, and it needs that increased solar radiation, it needs the decreased density for when the pups are learning to fly, and it needs the trees. And by thinning and reducing that stand density, you keep those trees on the landscape in the long term in the face of insect epidemics and catastrophic wildfires. As I mentioned earlier, fire has always been a component of these ecosystems. The caveat now is that implementing a prescribed burn under the conditions of most of these forests can end poorly. And while prescribed burning is an important component of natural resource management and forest management, it's difficult to implement before any other mechanical type of treatment. Yeah, oftentimes people are at odds with forest restoration, and some people say restore the structure, some people say restore the processes, and the processes being natural fire, but really it's about restoring the structure and the processes. But unfortunately it's difficult to do the process before the structure. They go hand in hand, but the structure must come first.